the strip, so we gave us the power, so we he showing out, that's why we
Yo, we are back, episode 87 of the Not the Same Podcast sports show, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem.
Yeah, man.
I tested out putting our names at the bottom, and it's just not enough space. We got a lot of stuff going on down here. Ain't no room for know our names. So if you want to know our names, I'm C-Micah, and that's Rob Redeem, as I just said.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Stick around, you get to know our names. But
definitely get to know our names.
Yes, sir. But with that being said, man, do us a solid if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, and do what you see on the screen in about, about 5 to 6 seconds, because, you know, it takes its time. Number one, hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to the Not the Same Podcast, go ahead and subscribe. What are you waiting on? And lastly, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we are live every Wednesday, every Thursday, and every other Tuesday. You will be notified. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't notified, just remember it. You got a good brain. Remember it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
And before I give our shout outs to our rebroadcasters, we want to put this disclaimer out there. The scroll down low is last week's scores. One Word's got jobs. One Word's didn't get a chance to update the scores, and they up there. So I don't want y'all saying, what type of ticker is this? Mizzou didn't play Vandy last week. They played LSU. Yes, One Words, we know that. Mm-hmm. It's just we didn't get a chance to update it. Half of y'all don't pay attention to it anyway. But the moment something wrong, that's when somebody be like, hey, what's up with y'all ticker? Anyhow, we want to give a shout out to our rebroadcasters, man. First and foremost, our MTMV famo. Y'all see them down in the left-hand corner. Definitely want to show them love. They got big things going on as the NBA season is getting ready to start. You got the Pool 94. You got Pretty Girl Love Sports. You got the Red and Bowl. The Red and Bowl. You got the main
Chiefs
card. You got a lot of stuff going on over at MTMV Sports. So if we not your flavor, I guarantee you'll find something from one of them One Words on the network. I guarantee you. You dig what I'm saying? But shout out to our live show TV partners, Takeover Radio, Praise 365 Radio, Parable Radio, RYC Praise News, His Hop Radio and Podcast Network, as well as the 520 Collective. We want to give a shout out to all the rebroadcasters of the Not the Same Podcast.
Yes, sir. And if you would like to be a rebroadcaster of Not the Same Podcast, please hit us up at notthesamepodcast@gmail.com, and we will consider your request. And we'll say, no. We're kidding. No, we probably would say yes, you know.
Yeah.
No matter.
And hold on, man. I can't name my girl out. And Sports Talk with C. You dig what I'm saying? Another person, a part of the MTMV Sports famo. I cannot leave out my girl, Sports Talk with C. Tripping for real. Superstar over there. Superstar.
Yes,
definitely
sir.
Coming up.
All right, man. Let's go and get to what's popping, man. No delay. Let's get it. Somebody tell me what's popping. This is our what's popping section as we talk about the latest and greatest in sports news right now. Some stuff may even be added to this, but hey, you know, we only have so many characters. We kind of like Twitter around this thing, so we do as much as we can. But or X, but it's Twitter to me. I don't care. It's Twitter to me for life. You know what I mean? It's going to always be Twitter, the Twitter. All right, man, NFL news, the power rankings. Let's get it, sir.
Yeah, hey, the power rankings is out, folks. And if y'all are in the comments and y'all peeping and y'all ain't start commenting, I want y'all to hear this. Look, 49ers are number one. They proved once again they are the real deal, beating down the Cowboys last week. I'm talking about a shellacking out there in the Bay Area. Number two are the Eagles. They are now 5-0, but I'm still not impressed because, hey, look, a dub is a dub, but these One Words is by the hairs on the chitty chin
every game.
These dubs, bro. Every game. Chiefs, the last few weeks, me and C has said this, and it seems the NFL has a vested interest in the Kansas City Chiefs with these questionable calls going their way at the end of the game. Nonetheless, they lead the NFC West. Number 4 are the Dolphins. They bounced back after getting pimp slapped by the Buffalo Bills up in Buffalo. They bounced back. Yeah, they got humbled real quick, but they bounced back. And now they lead the AFC East after Buffalo Bills went across the pond to play the Jaguars, and they lost. So now the Dolphins are back at number 1 in the AFC East. Number 5, look, man, the Lions are rolling. Look, they got a grip on the NFC North. It don't look like the Vikings, the Packers, none of the NFC North One Words want it. But I tell you what, the Lions look like they're hungry. Bills, even after the loss, they were ranked 3 last week. They dropped down to number 6. The Jags are now showing some life, beating the Falcons and the Bills. Y'all might not think the Falcons was a big deal, but they beat the Falcons and the Bills and are now number 7. Number 8 are the Cowboys. They got beat down. They got beat down.
Took a big L.
The big L. And they are now second in the NFC East. We'll talk more about some of the Cowboys situations. Seahawks had a bye last week, but they're still number 9. And number 10 on the Ravens. I just don't get it. I don't see how they lost against the Steelers. They lost 10-17, and it just wasn't an impressive game, man. Like, bro, does Odell Beckham even play? I don't think I've heard his name mentioned not once.
That boy done.
Yeah, hey, brother.
I think he got hurt again. Seriously.
Maybe it's time for the light skin modeling career. I don't know. Let's go, bro. They number 10 and
Lord have mercy. All right. NCAA football news top 10 ranking.
Hey, real talk, bro. You know I ain't lying. It's time for that boy to just go with Becky with the good hair. Go sit on one of the couches. There's plenty of podcasts for y'all. Y'all taking away from the folks who trying to grind because y'all got, what up, Hagens? Let me get off of that. Anyway, hey, but if you want to come on the Not Same Podcast, ODB, hey, come on through. Anyways,
right.
Georgia is number 1. Number 2 is Michigan. Number 3 is Ohio State. Number 4 is Florida State. Number 5 is Oklahoma. Number 6 is Penn State. You know, I have not seen a Penn State game not once this year. I don't know who they. What up, So? I don't know.
He played a lot. He played on Sunday. He dropped a lot of passes that game. I don't doubt it, bro.
Oh, did he
talking
play?
about
Odell Beckham. I know who he talking about. It's just amazing. Oregon's number 8. Number 9 is Texas. Yo, Texas and Oklahoma game last week. If y'all ain't into college football, it's the Red River rivalry.
Yep.
And when I tell you they went at it, them boys went at it this past week. That was a very, very good game. And number 10 is USC, who, like the Kansas City Chiefs, keeps getting by the hairs of their chins, getting dubs. But they're in the top 10 in the rankings, bro.
Yep. I'm not sure about USC, man. Their defense is very, very suspect. Very suspect because they almost took an L to Colorado. Not saying Colorado is not great. Colorado is good with a little G, because they'll be better next year. He ain't got all their players yet, so, little G good. But they almost took an L to Colorado when they was up by like 21 points, man. Like, I don't trust their defense, man.
They top 10, though, brother.
Yep. WNBA news, the finals they are here.
Hey, before I get into the finals, first I want to give Teresa Weatherspoon, man, former Liberty and Sparks player from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time WNBA All-Star, assist champion, a 2-time steals champion. She coached at our alma mater, Louisiana Tech, from 2009 to 2014 before joining the Pelicans as an assistant. From 2020 to 2023. She now is the head coach of the Chicago Sky. I just wanted to kind of give her resume because back in the day, names that you knew in the WNBA when it started, Teresa Weatherspoon was one of them, along with Cheryl Swoops, along with, Lisa Leslie, some of the pioneers of the WNBA. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
She can relate, as you can hear on the resume, with the Defensive Player of the Year, steals leader. She can relate, and hopefully, I think what the Sky's front office is trying to do is another Becky Hammond type thing, where we can, like how she got the aces rolling. They're hoping the same thing from Weatherspoon when she gets up there at Chicago Sky. Let's not get it twisted. Last year, the Aces won. The year before that, it was the Sky who were champions. So they're trying to keep that elite level of championship. Now, getting to this year's finals, the Aces lead the Liberty 1-0. As the Aces became the first team in WNBA history to have 4 players finish with 15 or more points and 5 rebounds in a game. So they built a super team, and this is the matchup that the WNBA wanted so bad. I understand it. It's West Coast versus East Coast. It's Vegas versus New York. You dig what I'm saying? And it's super team versus super team. Breonna Stewart versus Asia Wilson. Even though Candace Parker not playing because of injury, she's telling these ladies what they need to be doing on the court and giving her wisdom from the veteran she is. But they're up 1-0 in game 2 is tonight. So after y'all get done tuning into us, I need y'all to go ahead and tune into that WNBA Finals because it has been good.
Yeah, the Liberty got to wake up. The Sabrina girl has not been what she's been in the regular season. In the playoffs.
She hasn't.
They've been locking her butt up. and she got to figure out how to score in these big time games, man. You know.
Yeah. They just hungry. Hey, the Aces, man, and looking at game one, the Aces just came out with a different focus. Like they've been having the best record, but they could not get over the hump against the Liberty during the regular season. Like the Liberty had their card the whole game. Now, Aces fans, I said this earlier in the year. I said the Aces looked like they were going to go back to back. You know what I mean? But Aces fans, don't get too happy because this is the same thing Connecticut did. And I'm not saying the Aces or the Sun, but Sun went up 1-0, and Breonna Stewart and them girls got together and they came back, and the Sun never saw him. The Sun went down. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't knocking them. They had a stellar season, but the Liberty shined and the Sun went down. But the Aces is something different because the mindset that they have, the coach that they have. So we'll see. Although the Sun coach did get Coach of the Year this year in the WNBA, it's just a different mindset because they're defending champs. So they playing with some pride out there.
Breonna Stewart is somebody different on that court.
She is different, bro. She is different.
Major League Baseball news, playoffs.
Looking at the playoffs in the American League, the Rangers are now headed to the AL Championship after sweeping the Orioles, who had the best record in the American League this year. We've been saying all year, playoffs is different. Orioles had the best
in baseball
record with 104 wins, bro, with like 52 losses. That's too many games, fam. Too many games. You dig what I'm saying? But, hey, all the sunflower seeds you can eat. Anyhow, they going home. You know what I mean? The Orioles going to fly back to Baltimore while the Rangers is waiting on the winners of the Astros and Twins. So, Astros lead the Twins 2-1 over in the AL Divisional League. Over in the National League, Diamondbacks lead the Dodgers 2-0. And here's the crazy part. The Dodgers led the Diamondbacks by 16 games during the regular season. Again, playoffs, bro. It's a whole different ball game. The Braves, who actually had the best record in the entire Major League Baseball this year, are tied with the Phillies 1-1. If y'all didn't see game 2 on how these boys was down 4-0 going into the fifth inning, going into the sixth inning, they were down 4-0. And the next thing you know, they showed y'all why they had the best record. Running off 5 straight, and then not you know what I'm saying, winning the game 5-4. Now,
one of the greatest double plays in history. One of the greatest. That John was fire. Bro,
it was super fire. It's only 9 innings in baseball. You dig what I'm saying? They went into the 6th inning down 4-0. They handled their business in 3 innings, bro. They put up 5, 1, 5, 4, 1, 1, and now game 3 is tonight.
All right, last but not least, Simone Biles. Well, not last but not least, but one of the few last ones. Simone Biles becomes the all-time gymnast.
Bro, give her flowers real quick, brother.
Yes, sir.
I don't think y'all understand.
Big salute
to Simone Biles, man. Hey, let me tell y'all something. She made history by becoming the most decorated gymnast of all time. 26 world championships. That's 20 golds, 3 silvers, and 3 bronze. She got 7 Olympic gold medals. You dig what I'm saying? Add it up. I ain't got time, one word. Y'all figure out 26 and 7. It shouldn't be that hard. I ain't going to tell you. That puts her on the top of the women's gymnastic historical record, and it has her tied for Valeris Shrebro, I believe his name is, for most gymnastic medals, male or female. So, look, man, shout out to Simone Biles. She's doing big things. They didn't get one word of the day, but pre-one word of the day has to be the Wall Street Journal putting up a whole different gymnast for Simone Biles after having this. And then they came back with some whack. Look, if y'all don't, Wall Street Journal, stick to the stock market. Stick to Wall Street. Don't divvy in sports. Because when you got a little Poindexter with the bow tie who don't know nothing about sports, putting pictures up because he trying to get a story. One word, stay in your lane. Simone Biles, give her a salute again, bro. Give her, one more time, man. Give her.
Yes, sir. And last story is not up here, but we want to mention about Caitlin Clark getting a first college female athlete to sign an NIL deal with State Farm.
First female and college anybody. So Caitlin Clark, if y'all don't know who she is, she's the white chocolate is what they've been calling her. She plays for the Iowa Hawkeyes, becomes the first college and female athlete to sign an NIL deal with State Farm, joining the likes of Chris Paul, Patrick Mahomes, And we can't forget about Jake from State Farm. So y'all be looking out for Caitlin Clark, which this was a historical deal because it's a collegiate player and it's a female. There's no females on the roster for State Farm, and they getting ready to send Caitlin on into the WNBA next year with a State Farm deal. You dig?
Big salute. All right, man. Let's get into our soapbox segment.
Soapbox.
Go ahead, bro.
Yo. Hey, I didn't know that, Du Bois. So shout out to the owner, man. I didn't realize he was a local, went to Lutheran North, the owner of the Astros. I still can't claim them on words because they're the Astros and they be cheating and stuff. They like the they like the Patriots of MLB. But I get it. He went to Lutheran North and he just found out how to cheat the correct way. I get it.
Big salute. All right, man. This is our soapbox segment where me and Rob go back and forth for 2 minutes on whatever we want to go off on. We kind of stand on our soapbox. Pun to my brother that just shot a video called Soapbox. You'll see it real soon. Shoot to Vivid Cortez. But also, we go for 2 minutes. Rob normally talk about sports. I normally talk about life. Sometimes we switch it up. You never know what's going to happen. But we will say this right here. I always allow my brother to start first. So, Rob, go first. And take your time, cause I got to go open the door for my wife. Go ahead, brother.
All right. This is odd. Hey, look, real quick, for my soapbox, I want to talk about professional referees. At what point NBA, NHL, NFL, are you gonna, and even college for this matter, are we gonna hold these clowns accountable? You dig what I'm saying? Some of these folks should take their shirts and go work at Foot Locker because they're making horrible calls. I am almost positive that the Kansas City Chiefs got a couple of these one words in their pocket because of these fags that come 2 minutes after the play is over. The next thing you know, my man didn't have a helmet on. You can see the ref clearly showing the Kansas City Chiefs, hey, put your helmet back on. One word, don't you know we see you? I'm on my Cat Williams right now. Right in front of all of us, with mic'd up, you telling the player to put his helmet on so they can win. We've also seen this in college football where it's horrible calls and there's no type of responsibility. I don't want to hear an after action report on referees who can't get the call right during. I get it. We're all human. But in football, it's 7 of these one words out there. One of y'all got to see it. You dig what I'm saying? That's 7 times 2. I think that's about 14 eyes. That's when somebody talks something. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was some glaucoma or one patch guy. I don't know what's going on, but what I will say is these referees got to be held accountable because the moment a player says something about them, guess what? Big time fines. The moment a coach says something, big time fines. But then we get this after action report. Oh, it was a penalty. One word, we saw that night it was a penalty. We saw when it happened. He pushed the man and you threw a foul, or you called a foul, or you threw the flag, or you did something that was detrimental to a game just so you can be seen. I don't know what it is. But when there's no type of accountability, I tell you what, it's chaos. And that's what's going on in professional and the collegiate level with some of these referees. Take your striped shirt and go to Foot Locker. I almost said something else, but go to Foot Locker.
Let me say, my brother, I came back in time to buzz whatever he was about to say. All right,
here's Pride. Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, good to see you, my guy. All right. My soapbox for tonight is this here. Y'all know very well, if you ever watch this show, who I'm a fan of, the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm a huge fan. Listen, I got some background on what I'm about to talk about right quick.
Oh, okay.
And I know my brother is a Heat fan. I saw that. All right, so this is what's crazy right now. The ESPN dropped this new rankings, right? They got the top 50 players or whatever. Now they're going 50-11. And the star player on my team, his name is Mr. Ja Morant. You know him for messing up, hanging a little gun. Last year, look, and it really was a lighter, it wasn't even a gun. But anyway, last year, he was ranked number 9 in total NBA of best players. Right now, they have him ranked number 35. Listen, bro. I know my man made a mistake. I know he did some real stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he was whole 23, 22 years old, with millions of dollars, a Nike contract, the world in his hands or whatever. He made stupid decisions. And I know these lists are made by writers who have emotions. You know what I'm saying? So You gonna say my man went from number 9 to 35 because he dangled a gun? Mind you, he got players that average less than him, above him on this list. Players that ain't never won nothing. Yes, we ain't won the championship. We got players that ain't never been in the playoffs. Never scored no. This man averaged with the likes of Jordan and LeBron level in the playoffs. Dropped 40, 45 as the first time he's in the playoffs. This man averaged 27 points last year. 27 points. And he is the 35th best player in the NBA. I have an answer for that.
No.
Listen, get out your feelings. My man did something stupid. Get over it. You rank people by how good they play. You think he gonna suck this year because he waved a little toy gun? I got an answer for that.
No.
He gonna still be good. How dumb can we be? That is so that's so ignorant. Let me pause myself. That is so ignorant. It's so very, very ignorant. We're gonna leave it at that. There ain't nowhere in the world this man's the 35 best basketball player when last year he was number 9. That is just
No.
All right, man, let's get into debate fuel. And you right,
Definitely
AT politics, 100%. These folks in front of him don't even average, ain't never scored 35. Anyway, let me get back.
Nothing.
Back to my point. All right, this is our debate fuel segment. Well, that boy said it, nothing. Debate fuel segment. When me and Rob go back and forth on particular subjects for 7 minutes, we will have 3 topics today. Let's get it going. The first one for today is NFL Week 5 Impress Depress. Let's start with the NFC this week. NFC right. Impress, my guy.
Hey. Because we got to put this disclaimer out there for the new watchers, the new peoples who not really
help these people. Help them.
NFL Impress, NFC and AFC Impress and Depress is just for the last week and who we feel like impressed us. We're not saying they won in the Super Bowl.
That's
so
right.
Before you hit the comments, know what it is we talking about. My
it's
NFC
fluid,
Impress, let me tell you something. Back in the 80s, it was this little fat man named Norm from Cheers. And he used to always wear it. And you know what he would say? The Bears. That is my Impress.
Hey, big salute.
They handled the Commanders, man. And hopefully this win will get them realizing what they can do. I still say that Fields needs help, but that win can possibly do something for him, bro.
My NFC Impress is just impossible for me not to talk about this team, the San Francisco 49ers. Not because they I can't say what I was thinking. just because they beat the Cowboys bad, but because it's the way they manhandled physically. Because everybody thought the Cowboys defense was all that. And when nobody talked about their defense that day, they was running that ball at will. Christian McCaffrey straight down the lane. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ayuk catching passes. They just embarrassed them in a very, very bad way. And they look like a Super Bowl caliber team. Very, very high level team. So my impress for the NFC is the San Francisco 49ers. 9 game. All right. NFC depress, my guy.
Cowboys. How about them? Let me tell you something. Yep.
How about
y'all gonna show no fight, bro? I
mean,
absolutely. Y'all beat up both New York teams who was struggling.
Yep.
You beat up the Patriots team who was struggling.
Yep.
You went to the desert, got dehydrated by the Cardinals, and then you went to the Bay Area. And I guess when you was going up the little hill on the little trial, you got lightheaded because you didn't show up to the stadium. I don't know what happened, Cowboys, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute too. But Cowboys, my depress.
My depress are the New York Giants. Why do you suck? You have a good quarterback. I mean, you don't have a good quarterback. You have a decent quarterback, but you have a good coach. I respect the coach. He used to be the offensive coordinator for the Bills. They had a great team. Now, I understand Saquon Barkley got hurt, and it kind of had a different effect on them. They messed up when they paid their quarterback all that money. You know what I'm saying? And it's hurting them. They are 1-4, I believe. No good. No bueno. So you suck. I'm depressed by you. All right, AFC Impress, my guy.
AFC Impress. Let me tell y'all something, man. The Jaguars. They have been subject to playing across the pond in Europe for the last 2 weeks. They beat the Falcons, who was tied for first place in the NFC South at the time. And then last week they beat the Bills, who was tied for first place in the AFC East. And they coming off after they beat down the Dolphins.
Right.
Look, maybe the Jaguars need to be the expansion team. I don't know. They got a chance to be over there. They got used to the time,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But I am very, very impressed with what the Jaguars have done the last 2 weeks, getting them dubs. You dig what I'm saying? Again, this is a weekly thing. I'm impressed with the Jags this week.
I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills. I know they've lost 2 games, but when they're on, they are on. And I think they still are an incredibly dangerous team. Incredibly
You
dangerous
impressed by
team.
the Bills, bro?
That's right. The Bills.
For losing?
It's fluid. Even though they lost. I'm still impressed because
What?
they just wouldn't study who they was playing that week. That didn't make me think no less of them. You know what I mean? They still good. So
Trevor
I'm gonna go
Lawrence
with them.
looked good over there, bro, the last 2 weeks.
I like Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is
Yeah.
awesome. But you picked him, so I can't pick him too. There you go. AFC D-Press, my brother.
D-Press, let me tell you something. Broncos, look, it's time to realize Sean Payton ain't the Sean Payton we knew down in Saints.
This ain't the Saints. The Saints are not marching in.
And the Broncos ain't winning nothing. You dig? Russell once again had a decent game. He had 2 touchdowns, no picks. So for everybody coming for Russell, I'm just letting y'all know. I don't get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand what's going on with the Broncos. Like, they should be. Russ, to me, is not the issue. He doesn't have a line. Yeah, he fumbled it, but he didn't have no protection. And the sooner y'all realize that, y'all will be good. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's the coaching is overall, this is just not a good team. Unfortunately, quarterbacks take the fall. And it's not making it a racial thing, but especially black quarterbacks. They always take the fall, and all the glory days of Russell is gone. It's behind him. I get it, but this not his fault, bro. I'm not a Sean Payton fan on this one. Yeah. And I know the voice is a Broncos fan, and we gonna go to the people on what they saying. This we normally don't do this, but I want to hear they depress stuff. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the Cincinnati Bengals. Y'all depress me. You should be better. Now, in the crowd, D always say about the Bears, diehard Bears fan. Chip, what's up, Chip? He say the Rams. He depressed with Mr. G say he unsubscribing. And then the voice says if we can't beat the Jets, it's time to blow it up. No, it's time, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Accept it, bro. It's time, man. Sean Payton, bro, to check his butt couldn't cash, man. We're popping off too much beginning of the year, and boy, they play the Jets this weekend. They not gonna win. They're not gonna win they're not gonna win.
If they don't beat the Jets, bro, you gotta blow it up.
My brother Soul say defense is atrocious in Denver. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I guess Russ overcooking is what AT described. Say Russ really ain't that bad for real. I'm gonna be honest.
He's not, bro.
He's not having a terrible year. That ain't the problem. The problem is that defense, like Soul said, man, that defense is trash, man. Trash.
It's hard to look up, brother. I'm looking at y'all comments.
Yeah, Mr. G said, if the pass down on the press list, I'm going to unsubscribe. I got you, bro.
No, they wasn't
Listen,
there.
I don't know if you saw us last week. Bill, we gonna take a minute. Better check. Hey, man, that's the bench right there. It's time, dog.
Yeah.
It's time, bro.
Go sit down.
Bill. Go sit down. Look, Bill, you had a great career, and we all thought you was going to be able to keep it going after Brady left, and the answer is
nope.
Sorry, dog. It's over. Listen, you have ruined. Listen, their quarterback is not that bad. You've made him that bad by making dumb decisions. You had literally a freaking defensive coordinator running the offense last year because you want to control whoever had Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a great defensive coordinator running the offense last year. Like, I'm sorry, man, Mr. G. Hey, y'all need new. Hey, and number one, he don't need to be running no more type of front office stuff. He's not picking good players. Stephen A. Smith said it this week. He's only had, in like the last 10 years, he had 2 Pro Bowl players. 10 years, dog.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, Bill. Come sit down, dog.
Yeah,
it's
go
enough.
sit down, bro.
You did enough.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, if y'all go to MTMV, I wrote about this about 3 weeks ago about how Bill Belichick is smoking mirrors, man. His record with Brady is phenomenal. His record without Brady, and you include this season, he's getting ready to come up on 8 losing seasons and I think 1 playoff win. But man, and we'll finish the impress, depress comments, bro, and then we'll move on. What we got down here? I see Higgins. Of course, he impressed with the Eagles. They undefeated. I can't say nothing about that.
Of course. And then the voice say, "Nah, we just lost. We just lost to the Jets. We're about to get stomped by the Chiefs."
Oh yeah, the Chiefs next week.
My bad, bro. My bad. And then AT the Squad said, "I'm telling you what the problem is. It's his hair. The curls ain't working." Talking about Russ. And then,
but the problem is too many goodies, brother. I'm telling you.
He has Sierra. The voice say, "Relegate the Broncos to the XFL and promote the Battlehawks." Battlehawks was good in 2 leagues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mr. G say on the practice squad, we got a one word that should be given the opportunity to play quarterback. He cooked in the preseason. You might as well. You try Zappy.
Yeah.
You try Mr. Zappy. You know
Mac
what I mean?
Jones ain't happening.
AT the Squad say Belichick reminds me of Coach Pop, and they actually cool. Shannon Sharp said Brady erased all of Bill's mistakes. That is big facts.
He did.
Big facts.
He did, because he was calling play. Let me tell y'all something, and we're going to move on to our next debate fuel. You got great quarterbacks who, no matter what the coach said, they did their own thing. Joe Montana, John Elway, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, Randall Cunningham at times. These are, and I'm naming these quarterbacks who, no matter what the coach said in their ear, when they got to the line,
That's
Brett
right.
Favre, Aaron Rodgers, they got to the line and they saw the defense, they called their own plays.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's right.
Those were Peyton Manning. He was one Eli Manning.
Yes.
They knew how to audible. Why you think Omaha got so freaking popular? Because he realized when he got up there, this ain't it. Give me my plays.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So
Miss G say not the first 3 Super Bowls. Maybe so, bro. But all I'm saying right now ain't it. That's what I do know. Maybe so.
He a Pats fan, so I
ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't mad at it.
One of the first 3 Super Bowls was given to him because of 9/11.
All right,
come on, let's keep
our next subject. Is it time for Dak Prescott to be benched? Is it time for Dak Prescott to be benched?
I need y'all
Mr. Davis.
Time in. Yeah. Cowboy fans. It's been 7 years. In 7 years, only 2 Pro Bowls. Only 2 Pro Bowls. Only 2 postseason wins. I'm just telling y'all, and I'm gonna leave it at there for right now. But in 7 years, Dak has produced 2 Pro Bowls and 2 playoff wins. That's it. In my opinion, Dak, it's time to go sit down. You know what I mean? I hate to say it. It's time to go sit down, because in that quarterback, in the class that he was in, the only quarterback that really did something in his draft class was Goff. That's the only person that did something out of the rest of them. Carson Wentz was in there. And the other one words, if I start naming them, they're not even in the league no more. They scrambling for CFL, XFL, and commentary for a local network. You dig what I'm saying? So what you thinking, bro?
I think they need a new quarterback. I don't think he should be benched right now, though, because he's too good to be benched, but he's too bad to win anything. Make it make sense. And honestly, he's too good to be benched. He's a super average quarterback. So he's a very good average quarterback. But when it comes to the big game, he's not special, right? Rodgers is special. All of a sudden, it's like it's magic. He started throwing all this crazy stuff. His arm get hot, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Favre and all that. Like, you got the magic out there. Brady, he's down. All of a sudden, Brady come back. He got that Brady stuff. You don't see that with Dak. Dak is like the steady train. He's steady. He's steady. You know what I'm saying? Nothing flashy. Nothing great.
Can't throw over 15 yards.
Can't throw very, very far. You know what I'm saying? Really should be running more. But they try to make him a pocket passer. One of his good attributes is running, but he's not running. I think the Cowboys need a different type of quarterback. But it's not all his fault. It's not just Dak's fault. It's just the Cowboys themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's just they don't have a lot of not special teams player, receivers. You know what I'm saying? Skill players. They don't got a lot of great skill players. All they great players are on defense. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no great wide receivers and people that's catching these balls over their neck and all that type stuff.
It didn't look like it.
Right. In most cases, their defense is great, except for last week. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're too far into the season to bench him right now. They might as well ride it out and see what happens next year. But they need to start looking for a new quarterback, in my opinion. Go ahead, bro.
They do, and I mean, they just picked up my man from San Francisco. San Francisco drafted him.
Nope.
I mean, they can
He ain't the answer.
develop him. Develop him.
That's true.
We don't know what he got. You dig what I'm saying?
I can see that. Okay.
That we
Okay.
at least develop, and I get it. You want to talk about the big bag? I saw somebody put in there. He never should have got that big contract. Let me tell you why. Jerry Jones is loyal to a fault. If you are Jerry's guy, he's one of them guys, and it's people like this. They know they got messing up, but because he's my guy, I'm gonna ride him till the wheels fall off. And this 100%. Is the reason why. Dak's rookie season, he went 13-3, bro. You dig what I'm saying? And they've been. It's kind of like a crackhead. They say crackheads say they always chasing that first high. That's Jerry with Dak, bro.
That's right.
He's chasing that first season high, thinking I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get to the mountaintop, and you just never quite get there again. Even though they didn't win. They didn't win nothing, but he went 13-3. And I'm not saying Dak is a bad quarterback. No, I'm happy he got. For one, I'm happy he got his money because he bet the bag on himself and got hurt, and then Jerry and his loyalty gave him his bag. So for that, I am kudos to Jerry for giving him his bag because I thought they was gonna play the brother and they didn't.
Right.
But I think he just need a different system, bro.
Yeah, I mean he ain't it. He not for the Cowboys. I mean at the end of the day, you know, they need a better quarterback. You know, Dak is not big time. Dak is solid, but you got to have a special quarterback to win, man. AT the Scribe say so. Dak is like USPS. He gonna deliver, but not the mail. He gonna deliver the mail, but not to you.
So he gonna be up the street.
Facts, for real.
Up the street. Yeah. As far as Dak Prescott goes, man, like they're gonna have to give him some more help. You know what I mean? And I get it. They add receivers, and then they felt like and I can't even think of my man's name, and I'm sorry, y'all, but the running back, you got rid of ski shirt Zeke, and because you thought your new running back was gonna be able to get the balance. And if you really look at their wins this year, they're 3-2, man. Like. They beat a depleted Jets team, no Aaron Rodgers. They beat a depleted Giants team, and they beat the Patriots. Like they look big and bold against these folks. But then when they play Arizona, a backup quarterback at that, they let Dobbs run over him like he was Kyler Murray, and it was the backup quarterback. And then of course San Francisco just showed. I mean, it was nothing.
Outclassed them.
I don't think nobody get ready. Carolina gets, I think, San Francisco next week, and we'll see again that San Francisco is just different unless they off. They hot right now. We don't know. This could Pollard. That's his name, Pollard. They ran with Pollard, and I'm just not seeing it when it comes to higher competition. And I don't even feel like the Cardinals is higher competition, but
no.
Yeah, they got to click, and we still early in the season. I will say that. I know it seems like it. We just 5 games in. This week 6, I believe we can ready to go into. Football is football. You got 18 weeks, and we'll see what pop off.
I will say this though, man. As for the Cowboys, man, Micah Parsons, which is the star linebacker for the Cowboys. He has his podcast, and he went on there and he was talking about something that Kittle had on, I think the tight end for the San Francisco, and he's like, yeah, I took that personal. Dog, you should have took that butt beating personal. You should have came in, y'all should have been so serious about that game. That showed Kool-Aid heart. I don't care what you say. To get beat like that showed Kool-Aid heart, man. They had hearts full of Kool-Aid, man. They wouldn't there for the fight. So, man. But back to the question I had, should Dak Prescott be benched? Not now, but you need to get rid of him. So, yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah, stand corrected right on. So it is this week, the 49ers do have the Browns, and I hope they don't put that rookie in because last week they beat that boy down. So hopefully besides him be back in.
All right, last question for today. Who will be the most impactful NBA rookie this season? Who will be the most impactful NBA rookie this season? Mr. Davis.
I kind of got a 1A and a B. I'm trying to get to these one words. Give me one moment.
Okay.
All right. So, believe it or not, it's not Victor Wembanyama, bro. I don't have him. I feel like it's Scoot Henderson. And let me tell you why. Victor Wembanyama is on the team with nobody. You know what I mean? So when I say most impactful,
Right.
who is going to impact to how that team go on? I have him. Look, they have the pieces. They added Malcolm Brogdon, DeAndre Jordan, Kevin Knox, Robert Williams, and now they got Scoot Henderson with no Dame. Dame is excellent, but Dame is a dominant ball. He has to have the ball
100%.
in his hand for Dame
Yep.
time.
Yes.
I got Portland. I feel like they're at least going to be in that 5 to 9 slot as far as, play-in goes. They'll be either fifth seed down to 9th. You dig what I mean? Play-in spot for the Portland Trailblazers. Bearing any injuries or whatnot.
Okay. I was going to say Scoot Henderson, but since you did it, I make this interesting. I say Chet Holmgren, because although he really was drafted last year, he was injured the whole year, so this will be his rookie season. He would be in the running for the awards for the rookie season. And like Scoot Henderson, he has talent around him. Oklahoma City is a very good team. Very, very good team. I'm sorry, they are. Chet Holmgren is not, although he's skinny, he's very lurch looking. He is not a soft, skinny dude. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of the skinny dudes that frailing around like, oh, you hit me. He's not that guy. He's more of
He was last year.
Well, that's because he ran to LeBron. I mean,
that freight train, brother.
I mean, how many of us gonna get up after LeBron running into us? I mean, not many. But anyway, he's a very skilled big man, and hey, he was going at it with Wemby the other night. You know what I'm saying? He was no backing down. He flexing on that boy and everything.
Yeah, 20-9.
And I think Oklahoma has even a better team, in my opinion, even better than Portland. Portland have more vets, but Oklahoma have more chemistry. They've been together, and they made it to the play-in last year. And I think them making it to the playoffs is the next step with the evolution, especially with Shai Gilgeous at the helm at the point guard, leading the man, scoring about almost 28, 29 points a game. He's a very good player. And that's a very good team, very good balanced team as a young team, So I'll say Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, that was my second. I had a 1A and B, and Holmgren was my second one. OKC was 40 and 42. They did make the play-in last year, but with Josh Giddey, Dorf, some of the other people, other pieces that they have down there, and they're young and exciting. Like I also have them, like Portland, in that 5 to 9 play-in range. Like they're not gonna barely get into the play-in. I feel like they'll be a solid, 5 through 9. It's interchangeable between the two of them. And Chet, this is his rookie season. And I just feel like Scoot and Chet is going to have more of an impact with their teams because their team has talent around them compared to Victor Wembanyama, because Victor, man, got to be the man. And this ain't France, bro. They getting ready. Let me tell you something. We watching him right now in preseason, and he's doing all these great layups, and man, he had a turnaround scoop layup that was so smooth for a 7-footer last night. It was crazy, bro. But when the season start, a goon coming. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Goon's like who should have probably been the one word, Dylan Brooks. You dig what I'm saying? We call it dirty, but let me tell you something. Dylan Brooks is one of them players who could have played in the late 90s because he's one of those guys that got going in him. You want a player like that. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why I don't have Victor up there. You got the Thomas twins, one at Rockets. I think the Thomas twin can be excellent because he's down there with Udoka. I always mess my man's name up. But Udoka, he's down there in Houston, and he got a young squad full of ballers. And when you got a young squad full of ballers, guess what they like doing? Playing ball. And they got a veteran in Blanfleet who don't sleep on him. He's a beast. And Dylan Brooks, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Dylan. He proved in the World Cup, in FIBA World Cup, he can ball. My man put up 30 a couple of times. He's not a slouch.
No, not at all.
So the twins, one of them in Detroit, but the one that's in Houston, he could probably make some noise, some impact immediately. I feel like the one up in Detroit is too many young guys that's up there right now scrambling for playing time.
Yeah, I don't have the most faith in Wemby for the reasons you said, just because he's on a team. He's not a team with a lot of talent. Also, there's going to be an adjustment, him playing in the NBA, like you said. Some people going to be coming for him. Now, he's talented. He's very skilled. You know what I'm saying? He's probably one of the most skilled that tall of a big man we've ever seen. You know what I mean? Because he's smooth with it. You know, he almost played like more of a, not even a center. He's more like a forward. You know what I'm
Kevin
saying?
Durant.
Kind of like a small forward. Yeah, kind of like that. So we'll see. You know, me personally, I think he gonna be all right. Honestly, that's what I think. I don't think he's gonna be what they making him out to be. Because I want to see him last a whole season with that frame. That's what scares me about him.
Yeah.
His frame is so little, and him being the main guy, having to score and the main guy on defense, you know, and blocking shots and all that. I just want to see how long he lasts through the season. If he do, then hey, he has potential to be one of the greatest players, you know, to hit the league. But potential.
I mean, but if you think about the foreign competition, it's so much different than ours. You know what I mean? So I don't think he's gonna be soft. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think that. No.
I don't think he's gonna be soft. But I didn't think the Joker would be the Joker. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
So Wembanyama, there hasn't been this much hype for a player since LeBron.
Right.
And LeBron lived up to the hype from game one. Like, my man's jumped out of high school, and we knew from game one when he played Sacramento, oh, this kid different. You dig what I'm saying? He's different. Is Wembanyama going to be able to do that? Is he can't have bro, you better not have less than 10 boards. You better not have less than 10 points. Right. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you don't get those nights, not with the pressure that's on you. You better go out there. I better see double doubles. You better average a double double by the end of the time, at least by All-Star break.
Yeah. So Rob said Scoot Henderson. I say Chet Holmgren. We'll see what's gonna happen. Let's get to the one word of the day. This one word. No. Of the day.
Should have played it, bro.
Huh?
No, just
the one word of the day for Mr. Mario Cristobal, the head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, because of something he did during the game this weekend. Mr. Davis, let them know what happened.
Yo, so Mario, and this is the problem with coaches.
Yeah.
It's me, Mario. That one word. You think what I'm saying? Because that's what he thought he was about to say at the end of this game. Until he decided on 3rd and 10 with 45 seconds left in the rain, nonetheless, up to run the ball. Mm-hmm. So much so he runs the ball, and the running back, what happens in the rain with a slick leather ball? Fumble.
Yep.
And next thing you know, Miami Hurricanes, we talking, becomes 4-1 when they could have been 5-0 for the first time in I don't know how long. Yep. And they could have shot up in the rankings. But Mr. Me is Mario. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? His stuff went down the drain. Just like the plumber, it went down the drain, and the wind went down the drain with the rain. Right. It's all fitting because it was water. You dig what I'm saying? Because he was acting too smart, one word, down the ball. Yes. That's all you had to do. 3rd and 10. Run the clock out. That's all you had to do, and y'all come away with a dub. But instead, what do? You sit in a running play so bad, and I wish we had it. That's what I was saying when we came back on. I wish we had it where the player was like, what the heck are we doing? So if it wasn't heck. It was a 4-letter word, but it wasn't heck. It did end with a K, though. You dig what I'm saying? Even the player wanted to know. So our one word of the day is Mr. Mario Cristobal.
Yes, Mario Cristobal, and all coaches, young coaches especially. If you're a coach, and yes, you can look into analytics and trust it, but the tried and true stuff works.
It does,
man. In football, when you have a lead and you have under a minute, you just down the ball and run the clock out. I'm not even a super football guy. I enjoy football, but even I know that. You just down it, go down on knee and let it run, and you win the game and go home. You will be 5-0. Everybody be celebrating you. Everybody be talking about, man, we're going to go to the championship. And you know what? Now what they saying? They saying, no, because of you, Mario. So, little Mario, get your stuff together, my guy. All right, man.
I'll let your brother Luigi next time. You might get it right. Hey, have you ever thought, I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? Look, man,
Yeah.
hit that like, subscribe, notification button. We saw some new faces in the over here in the comments today. AT Describe, it was good to see you. So it was good to see your stuff coming up, man. If I didn't call your name out, one words, get over it. We done seen you before. We just happy
Please.
to see people we ain't seen in a minute and people we never seen in the comments, all right?
Yes,
and
sir.
for all my sneaker peek people, thank you for sliding through. You didn't have to comment. We just happy to have you. You did.
Yeah.
You can also hit the Cash App, cash sign, not the same podcast, not the same podcast.com/support. Forgive me if you went on there last week, look for the last 3 episodes. I didn't make it to update it. But guess what? It'll be updated tonight as soon as we get off. I'll make sure I do that. But that's how you can support us, the Not the Same Podcast, so you'll know when we live. Wednesday for the sports, Thursday for the Faith and Music show. You did?
Yes, sir. And like Rob said about the Faith and Music, so we will be back tomorrow with another Faith and Music. So playing the latest and greatest CHH music and hip-hop music, clean hip-hop music that is,
Plain.
tomorrow night. So be here at 6 o'clock. We'll be glad to see you. With that being said, I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We out, man. We see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Christ lives in us, so we gave us the strength, so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we